We've got Avery Tucker here from Harbor City Health and Performance here with me. And what he's going to do today, he's going to put me through a dynamic warm-up and then a speed training specific to basketball and maybe also some other sports. Let's see what he's got for us.
All right, so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna go through the dynamic warm-up, right? We gotta get blood flow going, we're gonna raise the body's temperature, and then we're gonna get some activation, and that's gonna lead us into the speed and agility segment of this. So first things first, let's get your body moving, let's get pumping here, all right? Simple movements, especially doing things at home or kind of in small spaces with less equipment. All right, what we wanna do here, start off with, I wanna get your blood flow going. We're gonna go through a very basic movement here, good old jumping jacks, all right? Everyone knows these, right? He's gonna pump out about 15 to 20, all right? We wanna really get moving. Perfect. Then we're going to crossovers. We're going to do a little coordination drill, which is going to cross the feet and cross the arms. So think top arm going over, bottom arm going under. We're going to basically call it crossover. So you're going to give me a cross, 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 all right? And I want you to go through the same. Same foot or up? Same hand, same foot. So front of the foot, crossover, open back up. I want you to go through the same. Make an even number out of this. So think about pumping out 20. Perfect. That's perfect. We'll take the even number there. Fantastic. And then we're going to a basic squat. So we want to go into an air squat. We want to go hands behind head, feet shoulder width apart. You just give me the best squat possible. Just need to lower yourself down to a good squat position and drive back up. Pump out 10. Fantastic. And the final one here we're going to do is we're going to do a little isometric with a lunge matrix. We're going to go basic on lateral and reverse. So I want you to think about go feet and knees together. You can kind of load a low position here. You can go hands on hips. You're just going to kind of step the foot away, come back in, step the foot back, leaving this knee stable. So I want to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going through about 10. About 5 each spin. You're going to stay in a nice loaded position and work on just challenging that knee stability as you step away. Good. Great job maintaining the triple flexion and the loaded leg here, really kind of isolating that leg. Boom, baby. Fantastic. And that right there is going to be, that was one full round. We generally do 3, right? So what you're probably going to want to do here today, keep it to 1, right? Yeah. And generally, you're going to want to go about 3 rounds because you really want to get your temperature going and get the body activated. So now what we're going to do is, we should have blood flow. We should be woken up. We're going to drop to the floor and do a few activation drills. So go ahead and take a seat on your backside, sir. Go ahead and lay to your back. Arms go across your chest. I want you to go for a classic bridge here. So bridge-wise, you bring your feet knees closer together, scoot your feet just out a little bit, make more of a 90-degree angle, right? Think calf and hamstring are not touching. I want you to think lift the toes up so you're more dominant in your heel. And you're gonna drive through your heel and lift glutes straight up, pause, and lower down with control. We're gonna pump about 8 of these. Make sure he's driving through the glute. You wanna feel this in glutes and hamstrings. Perfect. Nice. Now we're gonna do a classic cook hip lift here. This is gonna be like hip separation, right? And we're gonna also work on single leg drive, right? So I want you to go ahead and take same position you just had. Take your hands, I want you to grab front of one knee. Now what he's gonna do here is bridge through this leg. You're gonna drive your hips up. Now as you drive, I want you to think pull your knee towards your chest, right? And now lower everything back down and go to the floor and pick up and drive, right? So it's gonna feel like you're not getting super far off the floor here, but you're getting up, glute activation, creating hip separation. Same concept there, we're gonna go through 8 each leg. Fantastic, baby, fantastic, there you go. Drive, pull, control down, good. There he is. Now we want to do is we want to get things rotating, right? Especially in basketball, we do with a lot of rotational movement. So go ahead and lay flat to your back. Arms out to a T position. We're going to do what we call classic windshield wipers. Pull your knees back and give me bend to 90 degrees. Goal here, trying to maintain knees together and feet together. Trying to keep the shoulders flat and the core braced. Don't let your back roll off the floor. Take both knees, lower that direction. Slowly to the floor. Now slowly bring them back over this side. And come on my way there. Now is your second. So that would be 3. Coming over to 4. You can go through about 10 to 12. There you go. Once again, you're trying to maintain a 90-degree angle in the legs, right? And the knees together, trying to maintain a good braced core position while rolling the hips, getting the spine moving in the rotational pattern. Fantastic. Now we're gonna do is one last one. You're gonna go flip over to your stomach. Let's get the core and the shoulders kind of prepped here. So what we're gonna do here is I want you to go into hands and knee position. Hands and knee. We're gonna do a classic bird dog, which is gonna require good core stability and shoulder stability, right? So make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, right? Knees directly underneath your hips, okay? He's gonna have a braced core, so his core is tight, his back is flat. During this, I think opposite on opposite leg. So if you lift this arm straight out, I want you to lift the back left leg straight out and reach. I want you to think about pushing through this back heel and creating a link. Now you're gonna take this elbow and knee and try to drive under your body and touch elbow, knee, underbody, and then reach back out. And that would be a 1 rep. You're gonna go through 10 per side, all right? Okay. For your sake, you might go through like 5 and 5 right now, all right? Good, full extension, good, perfect. Make that lift, push through the heel, create a stretch, good. Exactly, great core stability drill, shoulder stability. Good little combination, especially when you're at home. Less equipment, much more on the body weight side of things. Perfection on mechanics, good, you can rise on up, sir. All right, so that'd be a good activation series, simple, basic, really get everything going, really turn on all the little muscles we wanna work with today. Coming up, especially one of my favorite drills, one of my favorite progressions, I use this for a lot, especially basketball. I think any sport that demands lateral movement, loading and landing mechanics, right, and explosive power. Great way to go about it. This is called a stomp squat progression, okay? Stomp squat, we're gonna basically do a depth drop on our own. So by stomp squat, we're looking at getting tall and up on our toes, right? So I'm gonna kind of hold this position. What I'm gonna do is think about kind of like slamming into the floor. I'm gonna pop my feet and work on a landing mechanic, like coming off of a jump, off of a rebound, right? So if I'm here, I'm gonna kind of pull arms to the floor and load up and pop and load the floor. Now I'm in triple flexion, right? I'm in the balls of my feet. I'm not tippy-toeing, but I'm also not dead in my heels. I'm in the front of my foot. I'm in an ankle, knee, hip flex position, arms loaded back like I'm about to explode through the floor, right? So that is our bilateral movement out of this. Generally hold it for 3 full seconds. Really work on loading the floor. Then we come up and repeat that for like 5, all right? So tall to the toes and drop. Stick, hold. Good, rise back up. And you go back to his toes and drop. Pop the feet, exactly. Think about loading the heels, strong back, chest up more. There you go, kind of balancing out the floor. Good, rise on up again. And pop. Fantastic, right? Right there, it'd be a stomp squat bilateral and pop. Beautiful, right? So loading the floor, kind of really getting into that flex position. We do the isometric about 3 seconds. Hold, kind of like a squat hold. Next about that, we would go into a squat jump out of that position, right? Now we're looking at getting in triple flexion and then out into triple extension and then landing again just like you would in the whole series. So what you're gonna do, stomp squat position, you will drop, load, explode straight up and stick the landing again just like you came in. Perfect, and that'd be 1, right? And you go through 5. Drop, explode, stick. Exactly, working those landing mechanics, very specific.
Do I hold in the first phase or do I not? Do I land and go? Or do
first phase you're getting in, out. Okay. Now you're kind of speeding up and then you're gonna make sure you stick it on the second landing. Get in, get out, and stick. And own that landing position, right? Very big basketball, once again. Very big on landing mechanics. Loading the hips, saving the knees. Good. Stuck. Very good, right? Vertical power comes out of that position. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna challenge, which is very big in basketball, right? Single leg stability, okay? We go unilateral, a lot done on 1 foot. Take that stomp squat, finish it on 1 foot. So say you choose right leg for 5. So you're gonna be here, you're thinking same position. You're gonna drop and load that into that single leg hold position, right? And you're looking at that knee stabilization, not letting that knee creep in. We're gonna keep that knee towards the outside of the foot and grabbing the floor and holding that. Once again, we do these 3-second isos first. Drop, exactly. Now we're looking at that stabilizing of the knee and fantastic, and you'd rise up. Good, and fantastic, because anything is single leg, stabilizing. Great challenge for all the stabilizers in the body, ankles, knees, hips. Got to have those strong when it comes to basketball, okay, specific.
My right knee, so that's my explanation why I can't hold it.
Hey, good, hey, right? Great drill if you just start building that bad boy back up. And hold, find balance, right? Use the toes, grip through the floor. You're all good. This is it's a tough drill. It's not an easy drill.
It's tough.
This once again comes down to mastering the basics to the fundamentals. You gotta master the basics.
Yo, the right one more time.
All right, big, all right. Good triple flexion position and great isolation. Great job, way to maintain that. Good stuff. So now out of that, it gets a little more difficult again, right? We come out of a single leg jump, okay? Now, think about a progression of this again. You can go into that single leg, you're gonna get out of that single leg jump. You're gonna do a single leg jump, right, for vertical power. Now what you can do is the progression-wise, you can land on 2, the more challenge will be the landing back on the 1, right? Okay. So if you go down, drove over that single leg, could you land back on 1, then hold that and finish? Or you can go down, right, up, and stick that second landing on double. 2 movement options there. Exactly, fine, jump, stick. And that right there, really owning some single leg stability work. And stick. And once again, if it's very challenging, if you're coming off of an injury, jump off 1, land on 2. And stick. And you can see where we're working the challenging on the single leg stabilizers, man. That's a very tough drill. But once again, this is coming out of base and then land that loaded position, just like from the double leg stomp squat. And stick. Perfect, right? Progress yourself as you need to. You need to make sure you're progressing yourself as you should to get stronger first before you go into things you really can't master well, right? Especially like you said, coming off anything, any injuries in the past, know your body. Yeah. Learn the basics first, master that strength, and then progress, all right? So most of those, once again, 5 reps each, adding out about 10 total per set there. Now that stomp squat, going down into the bilateral, going into the unilateral, generally about 2 sets of each, okay? Because now we're gonna go into more lateral drive out of this position, right? So the basic lateral power movements we can do out of this. Back to the double leg, down, and then we go lateral jump, right? So now you think about instead of going straight up, you're gonna get lateral power. You would load in here, then you'll basically give me a nice jump to a lateral position and jump and stick going sideways, being able to land out of multi-direction.
Do I reach with the foot in the direction I'm going in? Or
so 2 feet leave, 2 feet land. Okay. So basically think just jump, you're just gonna be like a sideways jump and stick your landing. So basically you're gonna be going in and out, sideways positions. And stick, exactly, right? Getting side to side, building lateral power. Good, same thing here, make sure you give me like a good arm extension, then reach, so throw more arm power out.
As I'm going to the side.
As you're going, so you'd load, you would throw, and then you'd stick, all right?
All right, yeah.
Stick, exactly. Stuck, perfect, right? We got lateral power there. Now the next one, we go back to the unilateral work, right? We start finding that single leg. You're gonna do that stomp squat in that single leg pattern. You're gonna go into like a skater hop, right? Generally on this first bit, we like to think about going more like up and over, working on dominating the single leg balance before we go really hard. So generally we're gonna go into that, right? And you're gonna think just like up, stick to the second leg and hold. So it's a light little skater bound. And stuck in that lateral position and own it. Exactly where the challenge comes into play. Strong side to side. Drop, explode, stick. Good. Hey! Playing with the mechanics here, playing with the brain. There you go. Single leg drop, explode up, hit single leg and hold. Fantastic, right? So we have good old single leg work as much as we have double leg work. We're going bilateral, unilateral, power movements out of each. Once again, a good 2 sets, 5 reps per leg there. We'll definitely challenge you when it comes to being explosive vertically and laterally, which is basketball in a nutshell. All right? Pretty solid there, man. So that right there, plyometric segment, solid. Nice work, baby.
Thank you, man.
That was very good.
We'll see you next time.